Good evening to the students of class 12th. A very warm and a hearty welcome to all of you. Now we shall continue the topic of instantaneous velocity and solve some numericals based on it using the mathematics concept of differentiation. So I am Dhanu Saraiya. Keep watching me till the end of the video so that this concept is very clear to you and you can solve numericals very quickly. I shall also try to develop some tricks so that this differentiation becomes very easier for you. There is no need to by heart the formula. Just keep some trick so that you can very nicely use it whenever it is required in physics for another 2 years, standard 11 and standard 12. Now, as I said, before starting the numerical on instantaneous velocity, we shall do differentiation. And why? Why should we do differentiation? Because the formula of instantaneous velocity itself is dx by dt, which is differentiation of x with respect to time. So, the formula of instantaneous velocity is you have to differentiate displacement with respect to time. So, you should know what is differentiation, right? And so, differentiation can be done in two ways. One, where you differentiate a particular variable with respect to the same variable. So it is better I make you understand with an example. Differentiation of x with respect to x. What is the another part? Differentiation of x again with respect to another variable, say t. Okay, so both these types we will see how to differentiate. Formula will remain the same, remember that. Okay, for both the categories. Understood? Now let me take differentiation of x raised to n. How to read this as? This is the first maths concept which you are actually learning to solve physics. Normally teachers solve it in the beginning and make you understand in the beginning of the curriculum itself, but I am a kind of teacher, when required that much maths will be taught to you there itself, so that it is easier for you to apply. Fine? Okay. So now how to read this? Differentiation of x raised to n. Formula nx raised to n minus 1. Now what is this n here? Power of x. Agreed? Variable. So now what is the formula for it? Nx raised to n. Forget the formula nx raised to n minus 1. Okay, forget that. What should you do? What should you remember? Power, then the variable raised to power minus 1. This much you remember. That's what I said. I will make you understand some trick. Power, write the power. Variable, write the variable. Power minus 1, write as the exponent of x. Simple. That will give you the easier remembering method for the formula of differentiation. Simple. So let us do some examples. Differentiation of x raised to 3. So what is the power? 3. What is the variable? X. What is 3 minus 1? 2. Done. Differentiation of x raised to negative 2. Let it be negative. Let the power be negative. I must write the power with symbol. Negative 2. X raised to negative 2 minus 1. Minus 2 minus 1. What is your answer? Minus negative 3. So what is your final answer? X raised to negative 3. So whether positive power or whether the power is negative or whether the power is a positive fraction or a negative fraction, same procedure has to be followed. Let us do one fraction. X raised to half. What should I do? Half. X raised to half minus 1. So what is my answer? X raised to what is half minus 1? Negative half. Clear? So this is differentiation of x with respect to x only. Now, there can be situations where there are constants. along with the variable and the power. So let us do one example of that constant. Suppose I write 2x cube. So what should I do to negative 2? Or simply 2 also if it is there. What should I do? I should write it exactly as it is. Negative 2. Okay. Then power. What is the power? 3. This one is a separate one. And this one is a separate one. Think like that. Negative 2, x raised to 3. Now for x raised to 3 you know. Write the power. Then x raised to power minus 1, 2. This is your answer. Simple. So, suppose I have differentiation of only a constant, a number, whether positive or whether negative. What is my answer? There is no variable with it. I don't have 9x. So, my answer of a constant for differentiation is 0. So, differentiation of a constant without variable is 0. If it is having a variable, then you have to worry. What should I do with differentiation of x? X power is 1. So what should I write? 1. Needless to write, but just to explain I am writing x raised to 1 minus 1. What is 1 minus 1? 0. So x raised to 0 I got 1 into x raised to 1 minus 1. The answer is 0. X raised to 0. So what is my x raised to 0? 1. So differentiation of x is 1. So these are two exceptional cases which you have to remember with the same logic. Differentiation of a constant is always 0. Why? That also you see, if I have written a constant here, it means what? It means 9x raised to 0. So what is differentiation of 9x raised to 0? 9 into 0. Power is 0, no? So x raised to 0 minus 1. So whatever the power may be, here I have a multiplication with 0. So my answer is 0. Simple. So everything you can't by heart. Remember it with the logic. You cannot say differentiation of a constant is 0. Simply, why differentiation of constant is 0? Because with every constant, there is a variable with power 0, x raised to 0. If I differentiate x raised to 0, my answer will be 0. Therefore, differentiation of a constant is 0. I showed you just now. Differentiation of simply the variable x means power is 1. 1 minus 1, 0. So, x raised to 0, anything, any variable raised to 0 is 1. Or any variable raised to 0 is 1. Fine. Okay. So, this is the way you have to do differentiation of the same variable with respect to same variable. Suppose I have y. Then also I will follow this differentiation of y with respect to y. Differentiation of t with respect to t. I'll follow the same procedure and the same formula. I don't have to worry for that. Fine. Now, I have another section in which I have differentiation of x with respect to t. So, let me write one such type of polynomial. I have written. Okay. So, now I want to differentiate x with respect to t. So, how should I write? Dx by dt. How do I read it? I already read it here. Differentiation of x with respect to t. And the polynomial is in t. That means as t is changing, x is changing. Simple. Okay. As time changes, displacement is changing. That is the meaning. Okay. So now, what should I do? This we have already learned just now for 2. 2 is 2. As it is. What is differentiation of t square? 2 t raised to 2 minus 1, 1. Plus. What is differentiation of a constant? 0. What is differentiation of a variable? 1. Just now we learned all this. T is a variable, so its differentiation I wrote 1. Everything we have learnt, and that's what I took that example. Fine? Okay. So what is my final answer? 2 into 2, 4, t minus 1. So what is my dx by dt? That is differentiation of x with respect to time. Formula I will follow the same, but in the denominator I will write dt. Or I can write dt as a product there also. Same thing it is. Fine. I hope I am clear with differentiation of a variable, whether it is with respect to the same variable or whether it is in respect with another variable. Formula is same. What is the formula? Power variable power minus 1. That is the exponent form. That's it. Power variable power minus 1. Remember that. Fine. I'll just move. You just take a click of what we have done just now, and I hope you have learned differentiation very well so that we can shift the next page and do numericals based on differentiation. Okay. Now, let us go to a numerical. Okay. First read the numerical. A displacement of a particle starting from rest at t is equal to 0. So the particle has started from t is equal to 0. Means at what is the meaning of t is equal to 0? That is the time I have started noting the time. Time can never be 0, but I have started noting the time, that is t is equal to 0, and that time this body was at rest. Okay, particle was at rest. That displacement is given by, in our numerical. Calculate the time at which the particle will attain zero velocity again. What is asked to calculate? Time. What is the condition? Zero velocity. Okay. Followed? So we have to calculate the time. So let us first calculate the time itself. At which velocity is 0? So if I want to make velocity 0, first of all let me find velocity. Okay, so let me find velocity. V is equal to dx by dt. So differentiation of x with respect to time. This is what I have to find out. Correct? I wrote x here. Differentiating with respect to time. So what is my V? Differentiation of 60 square. So 6 I'll write as it is. Power is 2. Variable is t. 2 minus 1, 1. Minus. Power is 3. T. 3 minus 1, 2. Over. Power t. Power minus 1. What is my answer? 6 to 12. T minus 3t square is V. So velocity is found. Now they are telling me velocity is 0. Okay, 0. So 12t minus 3t square is 0. So 12t minus 3t square is equal to, or 12t is equal to 3t square. 1t this side, 1t that side. We can cancel. 1t is left. So 3t is equal to 12. T is equal to 12 upon 3, which is equal to 4 seconds. So this t is equal to 4 seconds. Therefore, t is equal to 4 seconds is the time when velocity v is equal to 0. Agreed? We put the condition velocity v is equal to 0 because they told us. And that time t is equal to 4 seconds we got. Okay. Then let us put our own question. What is our own question? At v is equal to 0, what will be the displacement? Our own question. What is our own question? V is equal to 0. What is x? So at v is equal to 0, we just now got t is equal to 4 seconds. So x will be, by substituting t is equal to 4 seconds here. So 6 into 4 square minus 4 cube. Agreed? So 6 into 16 minus 16 into 4. So x is equal to 96 minus 64, where x is equal to 32 meters, is the displacement of the particle when v is equal to 0 such that t is equal to 4s. This question is not asked here. Not asked. But they may ask. Only this much was asked. Your answer is over here. But in the board exam or in the regular exam or in the entrance, that may be asked. You should be able to find out. Fine. So, with this much knowledge of differentiation, you can reach to the answer. That's what I mean to say. Differentiations will be of different kinds. Let us see that. Okay. So, now at present take a note and take a pic of what we have done just now so that you understand how we solve this numerical. Now going to the next numerical, let us read the question first. Okay, we have to understand the story given by the question. Every question is a story and every formula is your best friend. Physics have two very best friends. One is the diagram and another one is the formula. Okay, wherever diagram is necessary, draw it. Whenever formula is to be used, understand which formula you have to use. Fine? Okay. So now, the displacement x of a particle moving in one dimension under the action of a constant force is related to time t by equation so and so. So let us write the equation. Looking at the equation, no fear must come. First of all, you remove the fear of solving a numerical. You just understand I am learning the numerical. You remove the fear whether this is going to come in the exam, of JEE, of NEET, of the regular exam. Will I be able to solve it? Such questions, you just keep it aside. Just you enjoy the learning process. Yes, I know this much formula and I can solve it. Then you will be in a better psychological position to solve any numerical. Remove this numerical of solving any numerical. First you write what is given. This is given to us. I wrote. Even I don't know what is there in this numerical. I am also reading with you. Okay, where x is in meters, t is in seconds. Okay. They gave us the unit of x is in meters and t is in seconds. They gave us. Okay. Find the displacement of the particle when its velocity is 0. Again, they give us velocity 0 and they are asking us to find out displacement. So first let us find out velocity. Then we'll equate it to 0. Fine? Okay. Now for finding our velocity, I want dx by dt. But x I don't have. I have t. So first I should go to x. How will I go to x? Root x is equal to t minus 3. I put root x on one side, t minus 3 on other side. Equating, I can go this side, that side. Okay. Now, square both the sides. So that I get x here. Root is there. Root of square is 1. So I wrote x here. And this is a minus b whole square. What is a minus b whole square? A square plus b square minus 2ab. T square plus 9 minus 60. Fine? Okay. Now I can write v is equal to dx by dt. Means I have to differentiate this polynomial with respect to time. Okay. Start one term. This term. 2 power t, 2 minus 1, 1. Here constant, so differentiation is 0. Here minus 6 is a constant, I will write t raised to 1. What is the differentiation? 1. There is no power, 1 is a power, so differentiation is 1. This has to be remembered. Okay, fine. The reason I have showed you already in the previous page. Okay, so what is my answer? 2t minus 6. Now they told me to equate it to 0, so I will equate it to 0. So 2t is equal to 6. So t is equal to 6 upon 2. My answer is 3 seconds. So t is equal to 3 seconds is my answer when v is equal to 0. Time is 3 seconds when v is equal to 0. Now let me see what they are asking. Are they asking me time? No. Then what they are asking me? Displacement. In the previous question they asked me time. Correct? In this question they are asking me displacement. So I should go one step ahead. Now t is equal to 3 seconds when v is equal to 0. So what is x then? X is equal to t square minus 9 minus 60. What should I substitute? T is equal to 3 seconds. I should substitute here. Why? Because at v is equal to 0, I got t is equal to 3 seconds. I substitute. Fine. So what is my answer? 3 square minus 9 minus 6 into 3. So, not minus. This is plus. Fine. Okay. So 9 plus 9 minus 18. So answer is 18 minus 18. So x is equal to 0. So displacement is 0. What is the meaning? When velocity is 0, displacement is 0. Fine. That is the answer. Okay. Did you understand how to go about? First to do differentiation, and in this, why I choose this numerical is here x was not there with me directly. I found out x first and then differentiated x with respect to time to get the velocity. Then I equated it to 0. Then I found out the displacement with t is equal to 3 seconds. I hope you have understood what I have tried to do. Fine. Now I am just moving to take a pic of what we have done just now. As I said, numericals will be of different types. All won't be same, but the base formula will remain the same. Okay, now let us go to the next question. A particle is moving along x-axis. Okay. The position of the particle at any instant. What is the meaning of instant? I already told you. Instant means that time. 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock. Okay. Is given by. Okay. X is equal to a plus bt square. Fine. Where a is equal to 6 meters given to us. B is equal to 3.5 meter per second square given to us. Is measured in seconds. T is measured in seconds. Fine. Find the velocity of particle at t is equal to 0 and t is equal to 3 seconds. Okay. Now they are asking me to find our velocity. That is the first bit. Second bit we will go. First let us see the first bit. Second bit I have written down. First bit. Velocity. First of all let me find out the velocity. V is equal to dx upon dt. So differentiating a plus bt square. Now this a and b has come. That is the worry for some students. They have the value now. Even if they don't have value, doesn't matter. We leave it like that. What they gave, we should do. That's it. Okay. So what is the differentiation of a? A is a constant, 6 meter, 0. What is differentiation of B? B, I'll write it as B. Later I will substitute. Differentiation of 2t power t, 2 minus 1, 1. Fine. So what is my answer? 2bt is the velocity. Let me substitute now. Okay. Time t is equal to 0. Therefore, at t is equal to 0, b is equal to 2b into 0. 0. Agreed? What is the next part? Time t is equal to 3 seconds. Okay. In this first one, I'll write this as a bit. This as b bit. Fine. T is equal to 3 seconds. They asked me, so what is b? 2. What is b? 2bt. b is 2bt, right? So 2bt I must substitute. What is b? 3.5. So 3.5 into 2, 7. Multiplied, what is t? 3. So what did I substitute here? In what I substituted? B is equal to 2bt. Because I got B is equal to 2bt, I am substituting t is equal to 0 in it. Now I am substituting t is equal to 3 in it. T is equal to 3 seconds in it. B from here I will pick up. So what is my answer? 2 into 3.57, 7 into 321 meters per second. So V is equal to 21 meters per second at t is equal to 3 seconds. Done. First bit over. Correct? So I already said, don't worry for the A and B. We'll look at it afterwards in the last. First differentiation you do. Whatever is available, substitute. Done. Okay. Now we'll go to the bit number 2. What is the bit number 2? Find average velocity between t is equal to 3 seconds and t is equal to 6 seconds. What is the meaning of the word between? What is the time spent? 3 seconds. Why? 3 seconds? 6 seconds. 6 minus 3. 3. Okay. So first of all, they are asking us to find out average velocity. What is average velocity formula? What is its symbol first of all? V bar is equal to xf minus xi upon t. T I already told you just now. 6 minus 3. That is equal to 3 seconds. So T I am ready. Am I ready with xi? What is xi? For 3 seconds. So I should go to x and put 3 seconds here and find out xi. So what is my x? A plus bt square. That is equal to, what is my A? 6. What is my B? 3.5. What should I substitute here? T is equal to 3 seconds. That is my xi. Okay? So 3 square. Understood? T square, so 3 square. T is equal to 3 is substituted. Okay. What is xf? Again A plus bt square. What should I substitute? T is equal to 6 seconds. Okay. What is A again? 6. What is B? 3.5. What is T? 6 square. Agreed? So this. So here I have 37.5 meters by calculation. And here I have 132 meters by calculation. My xf and my xi are ready. Now I have substitute here. I have to substitute there. Okay, I will substitute. V bar is equal to 132 minus 37.5. That is equal to divided by 3. Why? Time. So xf minus xi upon 3. xf minus xi upon 3. Here I have substituted. Okay. So what is my answer here? 94.5 divided by 3. that is average velocity, which is equal to 31.5 meters per second. Simple division can be done. Okay, so average velocity is 31.5 meters per second. That is the second part of the question, where they asked us the average velocity. So all the varieties with differentiation, how to find out time, how to find out displacement, how to find out average velocity, then how to find out the various velocities at different time, everything as a package of these three numericals I have showed you. Just practice these numericals by yourself. Ask yourself, solve by yourself. Self-study is the best study. We as teachers are here to just reach to you. Self-study, you only have to do. Fine? Okay, so I shall just move and you understand what we have worked out in both the bits, where in the first bit, velocity at t is equal to 0, t is equal to 3 seconds was asked. In the second bit, find average velocity between t is equal to 3 seconds and 6 seconds was asked. You take a pick, understand and solve the numerical by yourself. Fine? Okay.